It literally looks like somebody sat on my drink. Brilliant. I got the cherry lemonade, I've not tried it, from McDonald's. Why are they so weak when they come out with these new drinks? I've not learnt my lesson. I got the green Sprite last time. I can't remember what flavour it was. It was just something green. And oh, it's apple. Could not taste the apple. And clearly they've not done this with the cherry again. So I should have asked for double cherry. I don't know if they can do that. In my head, it's like just a pump of a syrup that they put in lemonade in Sprite. I've had such a good day today. Let me paint you a picture of what I've done. So today that I'm filming this, I woke up this morning. Alex was like, I'm not going to work today for various reasons. I was like, brilliant, sounds good to me. I was like, I'm going to a baby class, why don't you come with us? And obviously that's his idea of hell. So he was like, I'm okay, thank you. I was like, okay, I'll go by myself. To be fair, my plan was to go by myself anyway, so I'm not that fussed. So me and Hallie got up bright and early, went to the baby class, came back. She basically had a nap like straight away. So we were like, right, let's just do one nap today, and one big long one, we'll let her sleep as long as she wants. So this was around like midday, and at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, I had a lady come into my parents' house to collect something from Facebook. So I was like, let me just go alone. I don't need to wait for Hallie to wake up when Alex is here with her. Like, let me just go and do it by myself. So I got to the house, the lady come picked up the thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit here for 20 minutes on my phone. There's no rush to get back. Alex is home with Hallie. What's the rush? She's asleep anyway. Don't underestimate how nice it is to just sit and rot in bed or on the sofa. Until you've got a toddler, you don't appreciate that. You can't relax mentally because they're on your feet or whinging and whining. And so the lady came around from Facebook. I sat for about 20 minutes, and then what was it? And then I was about to go back because I was like, my job's done, I'm just gonna go back home. And then I went out to my car and I was like, this is filthy, it needs a hoover. And who has a hoover that's cordless? My parents. So I was like, I'm gonna use their hoover. I was like, Alex, do you mind if I stay here a bit longer and hoover out my car? And he was like, do what you want, she's still asleep anyway, like have a bit of me time. That's literally what he said. And I was like, music to my ears, because I'll talk about this in a minute, we'll come back to that. Men have a lot of me time. And I was like hoovering out my car, and I was like, oh, this is like annoying that my car's all hoovered but the outside is filthy. I was like, do you know what, I need to go and get my parents' dog some food anyway from Pets at Home. And what's next door to Pets at Home? A car wash. So I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna run some errands now. So when I got the dog food and went and got my car cleaned on the outside, so it's all clean inside and out. And then I came back and I literally had a quick bite of food and then went straight to work at cleaning this evening. And it's currently like 7:30 and I've literally only just finished. And I was like, do you know what, I'm not done yet. So I was like, Alex, I'm gonna come film this video if that's okay. And his literal words were, I've had a lot of free time, so you deserve some too. Thank you. And do you know what I've realised? So I was listening to a podcast the other day. It's called Nip Tuck. It's so good. If anyone needs to listen to something that's like not only just like funny, but like actually really relatable, like they're actually really dead honest about everything. It's like proper girly chat, but it's like raw. It's so good. Anyway, I've literally got sidetracked. What was I saying? On the podcast, men get reset time in their commute to work and everything, whereas a woman's job is 24 hours a day when they're bringing up a child. So they were like, you need to figure out what your reset time is. And for some people, it's going to work and socializing with adults, like, and their child goes to nursery or something, like that is their reset. They're back to normality, back to speaking with other adults, and they're happy with that. Whereas other people's reset time is they need to do nothing. And I don't know which one I am, because I feel reset doing both, but my body feels reset sitting and doing nothing. But anyway, I think I've realised today, and how happy today's made me, is doing what I used to do before I had a child in my spare time makes me happy now, because it makes me feel like my old self again. Before I had Hallie, in my free time I would run errands, and like that is what I did. I just loved mooching around, popping here, popping there. Like I wasn't really the type to just like sit in bed all day, and it's fine if that's what you do, but that's not what I did. And it's just like today I'm just like, oh, it's just like I can breathe. Like I can just go to a shop and she's not hanging around my ankles. So yeah, men and free time, Alex is coming to terms with it now. But we did, I think a lot of couples bicker about this, especially in the first year after having a child. Like, my argument is, men's life don't change anywhere near as much as the woman's life changes after having a baby. And I'm right, obviously your life changes, obviously you have a child now, that's a given, but I mean your daily routine barely changes. You wake up, you go to work, you come home and eat, you go to sleep, and on the weekends, on occasion, you will do your hobbies. That's no different to what you were doing before. The only difference now is when you come home from work, you've got this person that you need to help care for, but again, it's help care for. It's you only have 50% responsibility. Whereas the woman's role now is like you're in this new role where you're not able to do what you want. You have to do something that is suitable for the child and age appropriate and weather dependent and depends on someone's nap schedule. Like it's just, and it's 24-hour, so it is all day. It's 100% pressure on you, and then in the evenings you're still not let off. It's 50% or whatever. Alex couldn't understand. He was like, my life has changed so much because I've now got a daughter. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but like your daily routine, has it changed much? No, you're still having your hobbies, you're still going to work the same job. Listen, I understand there's a mental pressure of I need to be the provider, I need to go to work, I can't just take a random 2 weeks off for holiday. I get that, but I think they forget the fact that you would have been doing that job anyway. Like, yeah, there's more of a mental pressure behind it, but you would have been going to work anyway Monday to Friday. So like your daily schedule, has it changed? No. Also, one thing that's actually really upset me recently that I've only just realised, and yeah, I've only just realised it, okay, is I think, obviously this is not every situation, but I only just realised that my career could be put on hold for the next 16 years. Because one of us has to finish at 3 o'clock to go and pick up the kids. Do you know what I mean? And then I can't potentially start, I could start work early, like I could do like an early shift, like a 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. or something, somewhere doing something, I don't know. But, and Alex could do drop off in the morning. Well, I say that, sorry Alex, but he hasn't got a license. So unless the school that we send them to is in walking distance, it's gonna have to be me that works between 9 and 3. And anyway, talking about jobs, I come up with a different career plan every single week and it's so embarrassing. I like fully like with my chest, I'm like, I'm gonna do this. And my friends bless their hearts, my friends every week are like, yeah, great idea, yeah, sounds good, knowing full well probably that Melissa's gonna change her mind next week, but we'll just support anyway because it won't ever happen. And it's so true, it literally won't happen, but I've had this idea in my head for a couple weeks now and it makes sense logically. Work in a school. But I do not want to be a TA. That's not on my books. I don't want to be sitting in classrooms. What does sound good to me is something called a pastoral support worker. Google it if you don't know what it is. I don't have the time to explain this, can't bother. But that sounds really good to me. Not necessarily dealing with naughty kids, but just dealing with like emotional support for children and also working with teachers to help support certain students, like even down to like bereavement. If someone's going through bereavement, like, or like a bit of trauma or grief or like some big emotional situation, I want to be the person they come to and they can sit in my office and have a little sofa in my room. This is all fantasy. Have a little sofa in my room, little coffee machine, okay, not coffee because they're children, little hot chocolate machine, sit down, tell me about what's been happening, and then I can be the one that's like making calls to home, being like, yeah, this situation, how we're going to deal with it. I love that. Give me a purpose. I don't want to be like just doing something boring. And the thing is, yeah, I could so easily go back to dog walking, and I don't think I will ever fully give up dog walking. Like, I always want my clients to feel like they can reach out to me if they need me, on like a friendly basis too. Like, if you get really stuck on a bank holiday and no one's there to drop in for your dog and I'm off work, I'll do it. I'll drop in, they know me. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to work towards at the minute. But I'm actually quite serious about that one. That's not just like, oh, I should do that, I'd like that. Like, I'm actually quite serious. There's another podcast I've been listening to. This might as well be things I've learned from podcasts. There's another podcast I've listened to, Sophia and Cynthia's podcast. They said, I still can't believe this. They were talking about, I don't know how they got onto the topic of it, but they were talking about when they see people wearing, like, they can see people's knicker lines in, like, leggings, and they're, like, gobsmacked. Like, who is wearing underwear with leggings? Who's not? Who is not wearing knickers? Like, I do understand a dress, a tight dress, but leggings, they were like, you don't need it. What do you mean you don't? I don't get it. But I think that's because, I think it's down to the way you've been raised. Like, a lot of people, like, don't see the purpose in underwear, and I do get that, apart from discharge. But apart from that, I do kind of understand, like, but why do you need it? For comfort, I don't know why. It's because it's what I'm used to. I find it way more comfortable. So after that podcast, I never not wear knickers, ever, 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 ever. Even dresses, I've always worn knickers, always. I don't think twice. I'll just change the style that I'm wearing so it's not visible. Because there's nothing worse than a knicker line. But who's not wearing knickers? Anyway, talking about knickers, I literally was at work the other day. Oh, baited myself out. Sorry, Alex, I tried to hide this, but I did get mozzarella dippers. I'm sorry. He's not watching this, it's fine. Basically, I was at work the other day, and I looked down, and I realised these knickers that I've been wearing for years. They've got a cute little flower rose at the front of the knickers. Cute. Until I looked down and realised you can see it through my leggings. Like, I don't mean see-through, I mean like you can see the bump from where the flower is coming out my leggings, and it looks so bad. I'll put in a photo. It looks so bad. And I was like, I've worked my whole shift today, and people are probably looking at me like, yep, okay. Like, you literally see a flower in between my belly button and my bum. Like, does anyone else feel like they've got an endless list in their head of things that they want to buy, but you just never get around to buying it? Like, I really want to get, I wear glasses for driving for long distance, and I really want to get some prescription sunglasses. Where am I finding the time to go to Specsavers? Because I'm not dragging Hallie in there. Like, no way, you couldn't pay me to bring her in there. But now that she's walking, running, climbing, no. But then on weekends, I'm like, but I don't want to take time out of our family time to go and stand in Specsavers for an hour. Another thing I really want to buy, oh God, I'm not supposed to stick in my throat, is, this is so spoiled, an Audi. I really want an Audi back, really want it. But now that we're trying to move out, any big money I spend, I'm like, that could go towards a house deposit. So like, if I go and spend 8 grand on a car, that literally could have been a house deposit. So like, what am I doing? At the same time, like, money comes back, it's fine. Do you know what it is? Where I went from an Audi A1 to this car's fine, but because I had an Audi before this feels like a tin can. But it's fine. But the space is great. Like, even in the back seats, like, you've got loads of space. And the boot is a really good space as well, whereas I know, like, I'm literally looking at an Audi Q2 in front of me, and that space is tiny. But Alex said the other day that he would finance one for me, but I'm like, but again, my head goes straight to, but you could be putting that money monthly towards a house deposit, or like something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or like just in savings for like house furniture when we eventually move out. But at the same time, very nice of him to offer. And I don't know if it's because my Audi was TFSI or because that's just how Audis feel, but it was just such a smooth drive, and like the acceleration, everything. Oh, I'm not a car girl at all, I don't really know much, but I know what I felt, and it felt nice. Oh my God, do you know how much I spent in Tesco the other day? And this was like, I went in, yeah, I can't remember what I went in to buy. It was like nappies and like a couple of dinners and some snacks and stuff for Hallie. I spent £77, and I know that that sounds like not a lot for a weekly shop, like that's very normal. Considering, yeah, all I got was 4 dinners. Not all I got. My issue is I got a lot, okay? I went in there for nappies and dinners, and I come out of loads. I got 4 dinners, a massive pack of wipes. Wipes? No, I didn't. I get my wipes from Amazon. Massive pack of nappies. But I came out with like an endless amount of snacks for me and for Hallie, and just like so much snacks. This is why you don't go and do a food shop when you're hungry. And that's why I did it. I was picking up thinking, oh, I'll have that, oh, I'll have that, oh, I'll have that. Yeah, but you won't eat that in a week though, will you? Also, I didn't even get anything that I needed. Like, I really want to start batch cooking some things for Hallie. Like, an example of this is, if you batch cook some shepherd's pie and put them in some like silicone muffin cases, like portion them out into that size, if I then freeze them, that is then portioned out shepherd's pies for Hallie. That's ready in the freezer. I can just heat it up and it's done, portioned out, ready. Like, it's not hard to make shepherd's pie, so why can't I just do that? 1, I'm lazy. 2, I can't be bothered. That's the same thing. 1, I'm lazy. 2, I don't feel like I've got the time. I'm not doing it with a toddler around my feet. I'm not doing it. There's no point, because I'll get stressed, she'll get annoyed, and it won't happen, and the kitchen will be a mess. But in the evenings I'm shattered, so unless I'm getting up at 6 AM to make shepherd's pie, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, as much as I want it to. Right, I really need to go back, to be honest. It's getting late and oh my god, it's 8 o'clock. Oh my god, I've literally talked so much.